speaking of young quarterbacks, Browns rookie Shador Sanders is expected to start Cleveland's preseason opener against the Panthers. How about that? First reported by Mary Kay Cabot, and that was confirmed by Shedeur, and he's been dealing with some shoulder soreness as well. Shrapes, what do you think about this?
I perked up. This is the Shedeur effect. I perked up. I didn't anticipate this, and now it's okay. Shedeur's going to play, and he's going to play in a preseason game, and he's going to have an opportunity to do it on a national stage. This is why Shador Sanders is a different kind of fifth-round pick. If you told me some other fifth-round pick playing for some other team was starting, I wouldn't even, care. Now I'm seeing Shedeur, and I'll tell you, these guys know it. And Jeff, you might have been there with me. I remember being up in Renton, Washington, watching Russell Wilson in 2012 absolutely light up training camp and then go in a preseason game against the Cowboys and be the best player on the field, being so good that he was undeniable to that coaching staff that they had to start Russ, who was a day 2 pick, over Matt Flynn and over the late Travaris Jackson because he won the job. So Shedeur, I looked to him, go and win the job. You're on national TV. Go and light it up. Throw the ball. Have fun. But I didn't buy the jersey, but I definitely perked up at the fact that he's going to be playing and he's number 1 under center, even in a preseason game.
I agree with you, Shregs. This is important. It does come with context. Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel both dealing with hamstring issues. They're not putting Joe Flacco in there, who is their projected week 1 starter. So they are down to basically saying, like, all right, Shedeur, here's your shot. And this is exactly what you need. I mean, anytime you talk about a 5th-round pick, forget about the name attached to him. He's going to have to look for these situations where maybe a couple guys are down right now and he has his chance to step up. And then if he does well, there's no looking back. That being said, he is getting this first chance. This is a chance to shine, ultimately, because those 2 guys right now who are ahead of him on the depth chart, the first depth chart, they are dealing with hamstring issues. So Shador Sanders getting his chance.
By the way, they have Marcus Swagoo, yes.
Oh, go ahead, Hannah.
I was going to say that they actually...
There's a real move.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Hannah. Go ahead, Hannah.
No,
I'm shutting up. Go ahead.
I was just going to say they actually have like 5 quarterbacks in camp now because they signed Tyler Huntley today. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Snoop. Snoop is in the building too. Exactly. I was about to say though, like Shedeur is on record saying he didn't want Prime to come to practice because he wasn't doing that much. He wasn't getting those many reps. This is the opportunity that he has now to be fully in command of an offense. And this is critical. Like if we see a step up, if he starts getting a 1 step above his reps that he's been getting, if his positional value moves up, it'll be based on how he performs in this preseason game. It may be a blessing in disguise for Shedeur Sanders, who needs to have the football so he can show people what he is and what he can be for this franchise. I think this is a bigger deal than just starting a preseason game for a 5th-round pick. Not because it's Shedeur Sanders, but because we don't know what the 2 guys that are dealing with the hamstrings are either. This is not clear-cut about who the backup will be for all intents and purposes. You would think Kenny Pickett because of the experience, but this is a vital situation that Shedeur has and almost an opportunity for him to move up in that depth chart just by default based on the performance in a week 1 preseason game.
Right, this is job security, right? They're not going to hang on to all of these guys once the season starts.
It's a big deal, man.
It is. Going to be all eyes on him. Like NFL line, the NFL has suspended Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison for the first 3 games of the 2025 regular season. For the details now, we go to Jeff Darlington. JD, what more can you tell us?
Well, Hannah, this is a 3-game suspension that is for substance abuse, but this is actually something that requires a little more context. Addison was arrested for DUI last year. He pleaded down to a lesser charge. So this is related to that. The wording obviously is being used that it's the substance abuse situation. The suspension is for that, but this is all related to that DUI. So this then will go away in terms of the punishment from the NFL. This is their final punishment as a result of that situation. So again, a 3-game suspension for the Vikings' #2 wide receiver. Obviously very impactful considering J.J. McCarthy, a quarterback, is trying to establish himself as the franchise guy.
Right. Those first 3 games would be at the Bears, the Falcons, and the Bengals. They don't meet a playoff team until they play in Dublin against the Steelers in Week 4. Swegu, obviously this affects defenses on the other side. They're going to be able to concentrate on Justin Jefferson. What does this mean for McCarthy and the Vikings offense as they try to get going with a new quarterback who essentially is a rookie?
You mentioned Justin. Yeah, you mentioned Justin, Hannah. He's been dealing with an injury himself, so he hadn't had that great of a time with J.J. McCarthy in camp either. But here's the deal, man. Like, as a rookie quarterback coming into a system, all of the confidence in the world in what Kevin O'Connell has been doing offensively. We saw him resurrect Sam Darnold's career. J.J. McCarthy was the guy that they chose, right? So now it's about positioning him. And look, I guess the silver lining in a situation that's not good is that now you prepare to not have Addison, which gives this coaching staff an opportunity. Naylor is still there, who stepped up big for him at the wide receiver position as well in some games. But I think ultimately for a young quarterback, now it's about finding within. Like, the run game is going to become more prevalent. This defense is still really, really good under Brian Flores. So it may be more of like, let's play mistake-free football. Let's find the plays where we can be explosive downfield, but more importantly, play a complementary game until you have your full requisite weapons with Jordan Addison coming back, because he did develop into a deep threat for Sam Darnold last year, and J.J. McCarthy is going to want to have that back before they start opening this offense up.
All right, we have more breaking news to get. I'm sorry, did you want to add something, Shregs? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you get a month now to get those guys going. You mentioned Naylor, Felton's there, Rondale Moore, they went and signed. Like, you got a month now, so you better have a #2 wide receiver. This can't be one of those where they're looking around in the huddle Week 1 and say, what do we do without Addison? I think they'll be prepared.
Exactly. It looked like a relatively maybe soft beginning for J.J. McCarthy with just Lindsay Theory. She's been all over the place. Lindsay, let's talk about the Rams, because they have a concern at quarterback. Matthew Stafford is now seeing a specialist for his back issues. What's the latest? What's going on there?
Hannah, Matthew Stafford has seen that specialist twice for his back issues, and you mentioned it. There is some concern around the Rams almost 3 weeks now into training camp, and Stafford has yet to practice. He will not practice again today in their joint workout against the Cowboys. As you see, he is arriving. He is here, but he will not be throwing the football. It's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo taking those first-team reps, and as we know from covering Sean McVay, he puts a lot of emphasis on the importance of these joint workouts because he does not play starters in the preseason. As for Stafford, McVay has expressed some optimism about the progress there, saying he is progressing. Yesterday during a jog-through, he did work out on the side. As for the details of that workout, Sean McVay said, ask the training staff. Well, the training staff just walked behind me. I asked them. They laughed and said, we absolutely can't tell you how things are going. We have to say officially no comment. But again, there is some optimism. Sean McVay says they want to work him back into football, and hopefully in the near future, they will get him back out here. But yeah, no firm timeline has been established.
Listen, Lizzie, I know you can break them down. Just hang in there. I know you'll get some more information.
Yeah.
One thing we do know is
I won't stop, Hannah.
Yeah, I know you don't. Neither does Stafford. What a tough guy. We know all of the injuries and things that he's played for throughout the years. Lindsay Theory, thank you for the latest. Still ahead. The Cowboys, they haven't named Richardson or